Welcome to my studio. I am 11 Goddess or Cass Pierce, just depends on where you know me from and what brought you here. I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for joining me. We are at Tall Tales, Short Stories, and Dusty Film Cans. This endeavor is going to allow us to explore some hidden gems from years before. I have so many great films to show you that I'm going to be using two platforms to express some of these wonderful treasures. The first platform will be YouTube. That's where all of the horror is going to live. I'm going to use that particular space just as a way of getting comfortable in front of the camera, sharing with you some of these great things that are out there, and sort of working through how my studio moves. On Patreon, we're going to have a far more nuanced group of films. We're going to have deep dives. We're going to have discussions. We're going to share tidbits. We're going to do that on both channels. So stay tuned. This is going to be a lot of fun. And you're going to learn a lot about some of the treasures that have been buried because they didn't make the top 10. They didn't get nominated for anything. They didn't get an Oscar, but they are still worth every second of your entertainment time. Now, the details about what we're going to enjoy today. This is the movie poster, by the way. I found this and I thought I'd share it because remember movie posters? Maybe you don't. I'm not sure who's in my audience yet, but I would love to get to know you. But this movie poster was put out for this particular film. And so we're going to start here. But the content that I post below every video that I do will share the runtime. It'll share the details about the actors, actresses, and direction, production, stuff like that. What platforms you can find the movie on should you want to enjoy it outside of the space that I provide or the commentary. But hopefully, this is where you want to kick back and enjoy a movie. So, I am going to move us into our studio, and I want to share with you that these are the studio rules. This is an open environment because I'm at home. And normally I watch movies by myself, but I'm not here alone. So you may hear my cats, you may hear my husband, but there are always going to be some sort of environment or movement of things going on around me. Don't worry. I do know how to use my mute button. So if I have to, I can cut out. Plus, my studio is equipped with doing all kinds of little tricks to help me move around and do other things while we enjoy the movie. But I will not disrupt the movie once it gets started. I want you to know that once we get underway, it's moving. So let's get ready. We're about to get started. Are you excited? I'm excited. This is our movie, Messiah of Evil. I have a lot to share with you about this particular play. So, as we roll out this intro, let's get it. Had to get my tea. Do you have your snacks ready? That's what this is all about. Get your snacks ready. Turn your phone off if you need to. Get the lights all set. Do what you got to do. My microphone is good. Let's get it started. I'm excited. Catching that vibe so far? It gets better, trust me. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they don't know each other.
They say that nightmares are dreams perverted. I've told them here it wasn't a nightmare, but they don't believe me.
Who doesn't believe?
They nod and make little notes in my file, and they
You look
watch me
nervous,
now,
hospital.
waiting for me to scar my breasts, to eat insects maybe.
What?
To lift my dress like some crazy old woman and urinate on the floor.
Oh my.
But there's so little time left. You've got to listen. Not far from here, there's a small town on the coast. They used to call it New Bethlehem, but they changed the name to Point Dune after the moon turned blood red. Point Dune doesn't look any different than 1,000 other neon stucco towns. But what happened there, what they did to me, what they're doing now.
Ooh.
They're coming here. They're waiting at the edge of the city. They're peering around buildings at night. And they're waiting. They're waiting for you. And they'll take you one by one, and no one will hear you scream.
Oh. No, I don't think so. No.
No one will hear you scream!
Okay.
I went there looking for my father. He used to spend winters in Point Dune painting. Then, after my mother died, he stayed, and his letters became our only contact. Until recently, when his letters became more and more bizarre and finally stopped.
I have little time now. I can't write again. You mustn't worry. And please, you must promise not to follow me. I'm afraid to see people anymore. It's better that I wait alone for it to come.
For it to come. I'm sorry. Is the gas station attendant capping into the dark?
Fill her up?
Yes.
Oh, don't you have questions?
Dogs. Stray dogs.
Doesn't sound like dogs.
Right.
Has to be dogs. I've hunted in them woods out there. Nothing but quail and rabbits. Rabbits don't make that sound.
That's
Nope.
Point Dune ahead, isn't it?
Why do you want to go to Point Dune?
I'm visiting somebody there.
I can't understand why anybody would want to go to Point Dune visiting. I mean, it's
So you don't work for the
a small
travel
little town. It's deader than hell.
Remember gas stations used to do?
You forgot.
Hello there. Fill her up?
$2. No knock.
Yes, sir.
If you know, you know. No knock. You look crazy in here. Did she see the
The
body?
machine's broke, lady. Don't you have any cash?
Well, no, but this is.
That's all right. Forget it.
Conversations
Get
before.
out.
What is? What kind of color is that? Rubber no. Remember those? Does he have cash?
Get your stamps?
What, like grades there? Dang. Okay. I think this is a good place for us to take a break right quick because I want to share with you a little information, a little background about this film. This was a directorial debut, and it's the first feature film that's written and directed by the husband and wife team. I don't know if you saw their names in the credit. Willard Huyck and Gloria Katz. She was producing, he was directing, but they apparently were a husband and wife duo team, and they put this together. But here's the fascinating thing: they co-wrote American Graffiti and Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. So they've got some great stuff under their little credit bonnet. I guess this is where it all started. So I just wanted to give you a little background and infuse some tidbits about who these great filmmakers are and what they've accomplished. So let's get back to the film. location. That's your house. That's a nice spot. Oh, we got a little sailboat. Nice. There are no lights on.
Father? Father?
Nice part of it.
Father?
It's very 1970. Recording. I'm on camera. Don't have to. Do you need to close it? I'm muted the microphone. Do you need to close it? All right. This art is really nice. Does he specialize in murals? It's a funky hat. Is that what they said in 73? You're a funky hat. I gotta infuse the lingo of the day. Make sure I cover that for our next film.
June 30th. For 3 nights now, I haven't slept. I don't know how much longer I can keep this up. Visions are coming from areas of my mind that I don't understand.
That ain't right.
July 2nd. These grotesque images keep crowding in on me. At
What
night, I
is it?
find myself wandering alone in town, catching glimpses of horrid animals I know can't be there. And along the dark beach, faces haunt me. Pale women with sleepless eyes and shadowy figures staring toward the black water.
But where is he?
He didn't return that night. I walked along the beach in the morning, as I'm sure he must have, coming out of the nightmares he spoke of, back into the daylight.
Don't you love that music? Who had a fire? Isn't that a private beach? They were big on those in the 70s. This is mine.
I drove into town later. It was hot already. I saw an art gallery and I thought they might know my father. The art dealer was blind. My
Regardless.
fingers moved like a pale spider over my face.
No, we're not doing that. Pretty dress. Can she not talk? That means blind and mute.
Joseph Lang? Do I know who he is? We do get magazines in Point Dune, which some of us can even read.
Oh, he's rude.
Well, I meant I'm looking for him. And I thought maybe you knew him personally.
Point Dune isn't an artist colony. I heard he did take people out there, mostly women, but they weren't from Point Dune. There were some people in this morning looking for your father, which means some people do like his brand of art.
Who were they?
I don't know. Strangers. I think they're staying at the Seven Seas.
So, you know what room they're in?
I'm as old as the hills. Mama delivered me herself. She took me from between her legs. Bloody little mess. Just about to feed me to the chickens. And Daddy said, maybe we could use a boy, Lottie. That's how I came into the world.
Okay.
Excuse me. They said at the gallery that you were looking for Joseph Lang.
Are they in the
He's my
bed?
father, and I
Just come in and close the door.
All I want to know is if you knew.
Close the door. Go ahead, Charlie.
Hard to remember back on things. But I remember the red moon my daddy told me about. Only once. Mama gave him a bad look when he talked about it. He was only a boy himself then. He called it the blood moon. He said that was the night that he lost religion. He learned that man could do horrible things. Like animals.
I'm really hungry. I've got the munchies.
Shut up.
Wow.
Go ahead, Charlie. What about the moon?
100 years ago, the moon started turning red up in the sky and things began to happen. It was like the red of the moon got up there, the closer the people were being jerked toward hell, where the people started bleeding out of control. They found children eating raw meat. It was like the town was festering with an open sore.
Was it on the news?
Until the night that they came down out of the canyon and...
Who came down, Charlie?
Right.
I gotta go.
Charlie. Take the wine, Charlie.
Wow. Thanks for your kindly hospitality.
I have questions. I think we should pause here because I have questions. Our father didn't return, and so we're on this quest to find him because she's gotten these mysterious letters. And it leads her, based on the art gallery, to a hotel room to talk to people who don't bother to get out of bed to have a cup. Okay. Well, let's talk about a little more going on with this film, a little behind the scenes juice, because this movie had a lot of budget constraints. It had a very modest budget of $1 million. In movie making terms, that's considered a very modest budget. The film's post-production faced financial challenges, according to the research that I did, and it led to an incomplete shoot and a post-production set of issues that are better defined on Wikipedia. I didn't really do that much of a intense deep dive, but I do include links if you're interested in figuring out just what it took to put this movie together and make it something that we could watch. But I did want to share that little tidbit with you. So let's get back to the movie.
I'm looking for my father. Do you know him?
I know of him.
They told me at the gallery.
She didn't introduce
I drove by
herself.
the gallery this morning. I happened to see one of your father's works in the window. I didn't know that he lived here.
They didn't have any of his paintings there.
Well, that's popularity. Because they did this morning. I offered to buy one, and the old woman said they weren't for sale.
Say it.
As a matter of fact, it was a portrait of you.
Thom likes to collect things.
Like old trunks?
I'm sorry.
Old-fashioned retort.
What's a retort?
Toni, you're half girl, half child, and half wit.
Sit on it, sister.
Personal
Don't be afraid.
boundaries.
I'm an ugly old man, but I'm harmless. It's about your daddy. They mustn't hear me. I got him fooled. I get drunk, sleep on the sidewalk like a dog, and he let me be. I ain't crazy. I know Charlie.
What about my father?
You have to kill him.
You're crazy.
You can't bury him. Don't put him in the ground. You gotta burn him. You gotta put fire to his body.
Let's just take a second to let that marinate. You don't know any of these people, and a stranger just walked up to you and said, you need to kill your father, and not bury him. Okay, up to speed so far? Good.
I spent the afternoon in town asking about my father. The
What makes you
reaction was
weird?
always the same. People would only stare or shake their heads and back away.
July 6th. Arletty called this morning. I listened to her, but couldn't let her know I was here. My voice would have terrified her. At times, I make noises which don't seem human, and my mind is letting go. I try to remember the past, my daughter, but I can't.
But you
Instead,
write beautifully.
I think of death. Always death.
Very eloquent in your madness, I have to say. It's so cool. Look at that. Toss and turn too much, it'd be like being on a ship. Did you get him? Papa. Oh, Papa. Is it you, Father? Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
What are you doing here?
So comfortable, I didn't want to wake you. You're very pretty
Ew.
when you sleep.
What? Are you naked in my house?
I'm gonna take a nap.
Where?
Wanna come?
Later.
No question.
But you can't stay here.
Just for the night. I'm willing to pay.
What, you at the hotel?
We had a little trouble at the motel. You remember the old gentleman who was telling us the story?
Of course I do. He was mad.
Perhaps. But when they found him this afternoon, he was dead.
So you running from the law?
The police came and questioned us. Needless to say, they weren't very understanding, what with me and my two traveling companions. And then suddenly, every other motel locked and shuttered its windows. You're the only other person we know.
You don't know
What
her.
happened to the old man?
They found his body in the alley. He must have passed out or something. Police theorized that it must have been dogs. Well, they found his body half-eaten.
Why are the naked women running through her house? This dude is out of pocket.
I let them stay.
Why?
I never understood why. It was as if I'd come into a foreign town where I didn't speak the language, and was sharing a house with people I'd have never met in my other life.
Would you like some more?
Yes, thank you. Strange. Strange.
It's like the Sirocco. It blows across the Mediterranean from Africa. I was born in Portugal, in a castle.
I thought it was a villa in Spain.
My mother was a Portuguese, aristocrat.
That's
My
the
father
way
was
you
rich
lie.
and American. I have a castle that stands above the sea. One of my legends tells it.
Tom, what are we doing in this shitty place?
I don't know, really. As I was saying, every race
so
has
well
their
shot.
legends. The
Oddly.
Romans, the Greeks, even the folk
Love
here in
this
Point
set.
Dune had their stories.
Kudos
I'm
to the
interested
set.
in this story about the blood moon.
Fashion designer gets a thumbs up. Clothes are banging for the period we're in.
What was your father doing here?
He didn't know anybody here. He could paint.
Has your father been painting long?
Laura's quite the art critic. She used to model. Photographers mostly. She specialized in exotic poses with snakes.
Can't you tell that?
Tom just gets so clever when he's trying to get into somebody's pants.
Rude.
Listen, when you go to bed with him tonight, why don't you let him
Laura,
What?
I am tired of having to apologize for you.
Yuck! This stuff is shitty tasting.
You're not supposed to eat the fuzz.
Fuzz or what? I have a question.
He said he was a collector of old legends. He thought my father knew something of the legend of Point Dune. I told him my father wasn't here. He said they could wait.
She wakes up in her private space in her father's house. I think this is the most, in terms of cast members, we've seen at this point, especially in one place. But I struggle with this because what he is essentially saying to her is, after we got shut out when the guy was found dead, we decided not to leave town. No. We're going to stay. We're coming to stay with you. And we're going to eat up your food, drink up your liquor, and we're going to talk crazy to you while we are in your house. We're even going to be a little judgy about Daddy's art that's everywhere, which, by the way, I think it's pretty good. Maybe it's just me. Are we all up to speed so far? And yet Daddy has not shown his face. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page because, yeah, that's crazy. All right, let's get back to the movie. Peeping Tom? Terry?
Are you lost?
No. I've been walking. Have you seen the fires on the beach?
No, I haven't.
Yes, you did. We saw him when you were walking this morning.
There is something you could do for me.
What?
My zipper is stuck.
Which one?
On my vest.
I'm sure one of your traveling companions could help.
Well, they're very angry with me.
Rightfully so.
When I'm around strange women.
How awkward.
Really?
Ew. He's so creepy.
So if you just...
No, I'm not doing that. You can sleep in it.
It wasn't very hard.
No. I'm sure you could have done it yourself.
Right?
Good night.
So you're just going to take what I'm not offering.
Well, you don't just unzip a man and say goodnight.
Watch me. As James Brown would say, watch me.
You are tired, aren't you?
Yes, now get out.
So am I. Good night.
Going out tonight?
I'm splitting.
Oh. How long?
Forever.
Oh, she mad.
It's a long time.
Well, she big mad.
Why?
Because I'm tired. I'm tired of him. I'm tired of this place. He didn't get lost, you know. He came here on purpose. And why the hell Point Doom?
Like the beach? Maybe you could learn to body surf. He's just farting around with us.
Yeah, we'll let him fart around. I'm going to San Francisco. Mickey will take me in.
Who's Mickey?
He's a drummer.
I know a drummer in San Francisco.
What about me?
You're just a kid. You'll be all right. giving me too many lines.
Hey, Laura. Leave me some dope, huh?
Okay, bye. Keep in mind, this is the era of cheap, hard shoes. That's why you can hear everybody chew. Yeah, you would make that piece. You think this is 2025 where you can push a button? No, you need keys. Oh, so she's just gonna walk off. I ain't mad at you, girl. When you make up your mind and you gotta go, you gotta go. Are there no street lights? Maybe you should wait till the morning.
Want to ride?
No. No.
What the hell? Oh, hey, thanks.
Yeah, that part.
You coming back from the waiting?
The what?
The waiting at the beach.
Uh-uh.
You like Wagner?
Oh, yeah, sure. Super. You can, let me off in town.
The road.
You guys must have been, working late.
Moonlighting.
Moonlight.
Everybody was out there tonight. Even the little creatures. I found a lot of them.
A lot of what?
Beach rats.
No, bruh. No, we're not doing that.
What's wrong?
We're not doing that. I know I'm in your car.
What do you do with them?
Do with them? I eat them.
This
That's
is
what I
driving.
do with them.
Oh, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
I've got another, if you'd like.
No,
you can
thank
pull
you.
over.
I'm just gonna get out right here.
You can pull over.
You don't want it?
No.
No. It's a very nice night to walk. Really.
And what is that?
Jesus.
You don't have nothing to say to that. Better than me. He's eating the rats. Is that the place they got kicked out of? That sounds like candies. Remember those hard ass shoes, candies? Like walking on wood blocks. There.
Hello? Hello?
Anybody? This is a great place to take a break. I wanted to add another little tidbit before we went any further, because I don't know if you're picking up, especially with the whole Lovecraftian feel this has to it, but the narrative incorporates themes that are kind of reminiscent of that whole Lovecraft work, that vibe, that mysterious coastal town and the impending doom. The music lends itself to let you know that these are very dark times for people in Point Doom. And if you notice, she's always looking up at the moon because part of her believes what Charlie told her in that hotel room, that that blood moon is a problem. And so she's looking up and she's wondering, are we under a blood moon? But she never asks relevant questions. She just gets into the car, the weirdest dude Point Doom has ever had as a resident. It's a truck full of people in the back that are either not saying anything or not necessarily along the same humanoid experience I want. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with these people. Did they eat a rat? Did he feed him a rat and then put him in the back? I don't know. I have so many questions. But who is driving a car while munching up? Okay. I really wanted to stop for a moment and let that marinate. We're going to go back to the movie, but just process where we're at so far in this journey.
Hey!
Beautiful set. Quaint 70-ish town. This is a very pretty place.
Hey!
Look, a Ralph's. There's nobody in the parking lot.
Hey!
Who are you talking to? Hey to who? They got a little clothes section, a beauty section, floor. Look, see? Wait, who's she? What was that? Is that who she was talking to outside? I can't tell these nighttime shoots, man. I need light. I'm up in age. I can't see. Doing stuff in the dark. Say hello. You don't get to see a lot of people around here. Say hi. Hello, sir. You know, the shoes are a dead giveaway which way you went. Well, they don't get girl, they don't get you. You's got your goose cooked. First Charlie, well, first the mechanic, then Charlie. Oh, wow. He biting me.
July 17th. I dread the nights coming on now.
I would too.
The fires on the beach are more numerous. And more of them are coming out at night from the town.
Are they cold?
It's more horrifying than I expected. A crazy old man told me a story today about Point Dume a century ago, and a dark stranger arriving, and the monstrous things that happened to people when he came.
What is she doing
I
with
thought I
this?
was going mad, but worse now. I think the hideous things I'm seeing are not imaginary.
Are they going through her stuff in her house?
What is this bullshit? I can't get any stations in.
Laura didn't say anything else.
So you're not gonna go look for her? She just ate up on the grocery store floor. Oh well.
WUBI Radio 94 in Ludlow, the voice of Idaho.
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 Idaho. Where are all the stations here? Why are they all out? There are no stations in this town. You can't hear anything. Can't we go, Tom?
Say yes,
It's not
Tom.
that I care. It's just that I'm scared.
What?
I don't know.
That you're gonna ask me
I
to do
tried to
something I don't want to
sleep.
do.
And I fell in and out of half dreams. I remember my father saying that you're about to awaken when you dream that you're dreaming.
Is that Daddy? Sneaking up on people was not something you did in the 70s. Not with those shoes. Wake up. Wake up.
Thom.
Father?
Somebody. Is there an open window? Door? Is that the portrait of her? It's bleeding.
I felt like I was losing control.
Losing control. It's not nightmares any longer, but something like a sickness, It's still there with the sunrise. I think my body is being taken over by some unspeakable evil that's turning me into...
Say less.
Arletty? What's wrong?
I don't know. The light was on in the studio. I thought maybe I thought someone was in there.
Come on. It's all right.
There was a painting.
Come on, you've been having a bad dream. Come on, get in.
Such a dreamlike atmosphere, wouldn't you agree?
I don't know what else to do. Nobody in town knows him. I don't know where else he'd go.
Arletty, I think you should leave here.
That's a great idea. Why don't you both leave? Then maybe I could get a little sleep.
My house. Slow your roll. Yeah, that's a good idea. You relocate. Is that the floating bed? God, that is such a cool bed. Right? No matter which way you turn, eyes on you. And I mean, everyone. And he slept in there? Is that the place? I think that was okay. Well, I used to turn playing loop.
Hello? Yes, it is. What? I don't... Where?
Let's sit down there. You don't like sit down there.
The police said it must have been a mental problem. They had picked up my father twice in town. He was found wandering around before dawn. He never knew where he was, what he was doing in the dark streets. And then, people reported seeing him on the beach, building a huge sculpture. The tide must have collapsed it on top of him.
After this is over and we get through with some paperwork, I think you should take the young lady out of town.
How long
We're
has
not
he
really
been
a
on the
tourist
beach?
town, and strangers only bring problems.
She got to walk up and touch the body.
July 20th. If the cities of the world were destroyed tomorrow, they would all be rebuilt to look like Point Dume. Entirely normal. Quiet. Silent.
Don't touch me.
Because of the shared horror in common.
And get out of my...
I know it's hiding now beneath its stucco skin.
Is it just me? You should have been gone. You said one night.
How sweet the
They think old girl went to San Francisco to hang out with
saved a wretch like me.
It's horrible.
I once was lost, but now. How is she? I remember the night my father died. He was coming home from work, drunk. He started bleeding out of control. They found children eating raw meat. And it was like the town was festering with an open sore until the night that they... We're never gonna leave this place, are we? Until the night they came down out of the canyon and...
I'm glad somebody said something, because it doesn't look like he wants to leave.
Somebody came while you were gone.
Who?
I don't know. I heard this noise at the other end of the house. It sounded like somebody crying. I looked all over, but I didn't see nobody. I'm bored.
Why don't you, go to a film?
A what?
Get out.
Movie.
Oh, a show. Great. I get to take the car. Then you two can be alone together.
I sat in my father's chair. The mundane scenes around me were of Point June. They were slightly distorted and foreboding, as if they were hiding some message, just as I knew now. The town was hiding some dark fear.
July 21st. My body temperature has dropped to 85. This morning I passed blood again. It's as if the thing that's taking over my body no longer needs human blood.
And yet you can document all of this. It didn't leave Point Dune. What is that?
Arletty, what's wrong? What is it?
Is it me? Is that the first time you've heard her name, Melody? Or maybe the second, like in the beginning? I'm trying to remember where within this film someone said her name before. I think this is the first time we're hearing her name. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Bad gonna happen. Why were you in the dark? You know what? Never mind. Is nobody washing dishes?
Tom, I didn't feel it. Why didn't I feel it, Tom?
I don't know.
It's as if the thing that's
Oh, she
taking over
touched
my
the
body
stove. Oh.
no longer needs human blood.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
My father had beautiful hands.
fine. Long, almost feminine fingers. He was ashamed of them in a way. He used to laugh and say that after the revolution he'd be shot. That pale hands were the mark of a decadent life. That's how I knew. Thom, why did they lie to me?
Child, I don't know. Oh, you
Those
asked
weren't
me.
his
You don't know
hands.
either.
They were coarse and large. That wasn't my father.
You sure?
Yes.
Toni.
Okay. The body that you openly touched, you're saying wasn't your father because the hands were too big and too rough. But you didn't say anything to the detectives. You're telling Thom. What is Thom going to do? I'm sorry, but do you have as many questions as I do? Old school cinema. This is a whole vibe right here. Not a lot's changed, but a lot's changed. Subtle differences. Why is that going on? Have you ever been in a movie theater that was this empty, that was designed like this? Back as the 80s were closing out the whole big movie experience and they were ushering in those multiplexes. I saw this shift from the big room to the small cinematic experience with a big giant screen and huge sound effects. And I remember those seats and the drapes and the stage at the front. And there's a balcony behind you. Oh man, those were great movie theaters. Hey, that's Sammy!
You can't take all three of us. Wrong.
Sammy's tougher than it was before. Pin down, Sam. The pin down. What you gonna do? Right in the middle of the movie. Wow. So this was from a small town shootout to a burning city.
Milk and honey, free without care. Life isn't always fair and sunny. Life isn't always.
Nice. That shootout went wrong. Oh, we have a posse. Nothing Wow. Did she not notice? That's the truck man. That was the truck man. Is that James Brown? What movie is that?
You good little tin marshal. Clark has got to be paid for his tune. Not just with money.
Just get up. Yeah, it's time to go. You should leave. You should leave. Oh, this is not good. Just go ahead and leave. No biggie. You leave movie theaters all the time. That's right, just walk the kids. That's bad. Ooh, the lights are off outside, and you're in there. Oh, damn. Oh, that's... Look, the truck man coming to get him. Is that what we call symbolism? Oh, it's time to leave Point Doom. It's a baller vehicle right there. Feel a little weird too. Pretty girls can't distract you now. You got problems. They didn't spend a lot on wardrobe for this movie. Are you noticing this suit has been the entire run? Just saying. She's changed clothes multiple times, but he has the one. What's that? His decor in there? That's scary. 2-hour parking, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. No graffiti. The streets are clean. Where is this place? In 1973. What? They don't look right. They don't look right. As my uncle would say, you should be consigned. Hey, JCPenney. Yeah, I would be weirded out too if I were in the middle of the street of a city that vibrant with those kinds of shops on Main Street and nothing is moving but me. Yeah, that freaked me out. You know what they say about running? Then we're off. Duster, get off! Back up, old lady. Not on the menu. Oh, they're starting to attack. It's time to eat the visitors. So that's bad for tourism. Oh, that beautiful art. Oh, look at the monster. Bleeding from the eye. Oh. Oh. You got the monster in you. I was hoping they wouldn't get her. Did they get Thom? He's bleeding.
Wait, please. You've got to help. We only live a couple blocks from here. We were watching TV when we heard them. They came crashing through the sliding glass door, making that noise, that awful noise. We tried to get the children, but they already had them in the hall. They went after them like sharks. My husband dragged me out, and we ran to some neighbors who had guns, but it didn't stop them. They kept attacking anyway. He's still there. You've got to help.
I can't.
What's wrong?
Your eye.
Oh, she got the monster. What is us gonna do?
Too late. Starting.
Yeah. So you should leave.
I'm very sorry.
What is she doing? What is she doing? What is she doing? Regular people don't do that. It's not a regular
July
people
28th.
thing.
I cut myself this morning. My finger was nearly severed. Without feeling any pain, I ripped it off at the joint. I felt nothing at all. I'm disintegrating rapidly.
Oh! Oh! What's wrong with her? How did she get the monster? Oh God, did she? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Get off the floor. Maybe that's how you got bugs in your face. Those cars are trippy.
Would you please disperse? You are ordered to disperse.
Whoa. Whoa. You're just gonna say identify yourselves? They got the monster. He got the monster. Oh no. Oh. How come if he just got out of the car and it just jumped on him, how come Thom don't have it? Is this why fast food is now open 24 hours? It's so you can have something else to eat. Follow the cheap shoes. Is she still laying on the floor? Yeah. What's next? Get up. What is it?
Father?
Arletty, I tried to warn you. I dragged one of the bodies they killed up on the beach, but you still didn't leave. There's little time left. You'll have to go. Tell people on the outside. Warn them.
He was
what
the one
happened
in the
100
window.
years ago is happening again.
What?
Listen. Please listen. He came 100 years ago. A hunter first saw him.
Backstory. Hi, my name's Everett.
He told the hunter that he had been a minister and had come over the mountains with the Dano party. He passed that horrible winter with them and saw men commit hideous acts. He said that he himself had eaten human flesh, but had survived because he had faith. Faith in a new master.
Hey, I'm
didn't
not mad.
understand when the dark stranger said he was spreading this new religion. When they found the hunter, he looked as if he'd been attacked by some kind of animal, half-eaten. As he was dying, he told them of the dark stranger, and they assumed he was delirious. When he went into a fit, biting at them like a rabid dog, they shot him.
Well, of course they did.
The dark stranger watched the chaos, and he walked into the sea and said he would return 100 years later to a world tired and disillusioned, a world looking back to old gods and old dark ways. Our world.
Let's go, Snap Pop.
You've got to go now.
Most of this town is infected. It's got to be destroyed before the moon turns blood red. And he returns to lead them up the coast and inland into the cities.
We can both go.
They took me, and they did this to me.
You just threw up bugs. You can hug your daddy. You should be living. Oh, this beautiful studio.
Help me!
Uh-oh. Are you bleeding from your eye just Oh, this is terrible. Oh, this is terrible. And you're gonna get paint on her clothes.
We'll go home.
I can't. I already tasted human flesh.
He knew what that was.
You gotta kill him. If you love your daddy, you will kill him. Can't bury him.
Charlie told you.
Put him in the ground.
Charlie told you.
Gotta burn him. Put fire to his body.
What she do? She said no. You're going to burn down under that. But Papa no. He won't be trying to eat you. That was a lot. That was a lot.
Arletty?
Wonder if he figured out something happened to the girl he sent to the movie. Smoldering person.
Arletty? Arletty? Arletty?
Ask the capture questions first. Don't just run up and start
Waiting for
stabbing
me.
people.
I came back here to get you.
Trying to be nice. You can't be nice in the
Thom,
zombie
it's too late.
rule number one. Blood moon means see when I see you.
I saw them in town. They're traveling in packs like wolves.
Right.
I think the whole town.
Is he bleeding from his ear? That's not good. You're not supposed to do that.
I was dreaming. We were in a forest. And it was snowing.
In California?
Trees were wet. And you were looking up. And I asked you what you were thinking. You said you were thinking about all the people who were born and died. While the trees went on living. Then we came to a village and we spent the night in a wood room.
Is he bleeding again out the ear?
The next day it was so cold. We stayed in bed to keep warm.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They're tired of waiting. Look. Extra big. Extra's on fire. Dude. Oh. Yes, I'm standing on the wall. Why? Can we get past this trope in our current time? The women just stand there and moan and scream while bad things happen. I'd have been gone. Gone. I'm talking high noon with a flashlight. It's how you can look at it. Except, where are you going?
We thought we must have made it out of the town. And then we saw the first one.
Uh-oh. They caught your scent. Your goose cook.
They were coming down to the beach as they did every night to stare at the ocean and wait. We could go no further. They were all around, watching us, staring at us, as if we were trapped animals. Hot, already bleeding, yet still struggling hopelessly. We hoped to make it to one of the small boats on the horizon, and then we would drift out and head for safety down the coast.
Okay.
He was having trouble with his arm. I had hurt him.
Yes,
and now I couldn't help him. Boats didn't seem any nearer.
What's wrong? Oh, man. Oh, man. Is that how it ends?
And the last thing I saw was the setting sun. They hadn't let me drown. They had pulled me from the water. They had prevented my last escape. That night, most of the town was on the beach. They built their fires, not for warmth, but as beacons to be seen from the black ocean. They dressed me in an old gown. I was to be offered. And following their prophecy, the moon turned blood red. And the dark stranger returned.
You need a girlfriend that can do this? There are ways, dude. You're not supposed to snatch women off the street.
He let me go with a story that condemned me, knowing that they wouldn't listen. He was right. I made it back, and they put me here.
He told them of the dark stranger, and they assumed he was delirious.
At the nerve
He
is
went into
not.
a fit, fighting like a rabid dog. They shot him. The night the moon turned blood red,
The moon got up.
horrible, pale creatures
Closer.
who were no
People were
longer
being
human,
jerked. What hell?
crashed into farmhouses and gorged themselves.
See?
Horrible things.
For an
Animals. Folks with shoes on the streets 100 years ago.
During the day, they let me out with the others. We sit in the sun and wait. We sleep. And we dream. Each of us dying slowly in the prison of our minds. And at night, I roam the empty halls, listening to their whispering. I try to find someone who can hear me, because I have to warn them that back there in that small town on the coast, they're growing in number and moving out into the rest of the world, spreading their sickness. And in order to live, they'll take you one by one. And no one will hear you scream. No one will hear you scream!
Okay. Wow. That was crazy. I'm gonna let a little of the credits roll before we get into the final little commentary notes that I have and wrap this up. But I mean, overall, I hope you enjoyed this. It was fascinating. It's a 70s sort of throwback horror film. I enjoyed that. That was The Messiah of Evil. Again, I will put comments about the film um, right below its stated location. I'm new to this channel. A lot of this is going to be new to me, but hopefully I'm going to create some really great experiences as I get comfortable and I move forward. The last thing I want to share with you about this movie is that this film really was designed to critique consumerism. I don't know if you got that. I don't really get a lot of the hidden subliminary things. I always need somebody to sort of walk me through what that meant, what the symbolism of a movie is. Um, just not that deep. I'm sorry. My tea is infused. So when I started this journey versus where I'm at now, I'm just rocking with the vibes. So there's a lot of social conformity in this design, and it's evident in the scenes like that supermarket attack, this uniform conformity. So there are a lot of things that I'm sure you may have gotten from this film that I didn't get. Please join me in the comments and let me know what you thought. Let me know if this was a good fit. Let me know if this is something that you enjoy, because we're going to be doing quite a few of these. More so for me than for any other purpose. I just love going back and viewing movies like this. So stay tuned for what's next, and stay tuned for the deep cuts, deep dives, and other great stuff. You can find me on Patreon, and you can find me on YouTube. #11Goddess. I'll see you later.